Hi, welcome to my channel once again, the Dream Gods Mystic Oracle. Today we are going to have a look on Morpheus's altar. I have for him since I started to work with him, putting it together. So I'm going to go through all that what I have and why it was guided. Then I'll talk a bit more information on working with him when it comes to the altar and a bed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Today's focus is Morpheus's altar, so I'll take you through it. So here we have the altar. And I'm going to tell you what I've gotten as a first thing. I think I've set it up these. And this incense, it's a musk incense. And first thing I think I ever made was this one, because it's winter outside, so I couldn't put the real ones. So we don't have flowers in winter. So, and this is the first thing I've made, and these are like literally opium poppy heads. Like, they're pretty big. This one is broken, but like other ones are okay. I'm not sure why this is like that, but yeah. Another thing I've made was this painting. This one. And it has like the chrome colors. I'm not sure if you can see, but yeah. Another thing what I set it up was these two candles, and I've been told to get, this is vanilla and this one is jasmine, and then thing I had, this is a purple candle because purple reminds me of his like cosmic energy. And this is the new one, like I've bought yesterday, which is white musk and warm vanilla. I haven't lit it yet, but yeah. Another thing I have is the dream journal, because I've had like, since starting to work with Morpheus, I've had many experiences with him of coming into the dreams or providing guidance. So I kept the track. Another thing is crystal bowl filled with crystals and things that resonate with him. With this ball, I did scrying one time, and for the first time I actually seen him in it, which is also written about and drawn in a form of art in my other book. Here there is a lock of my hair, and I am not going to tell you why, but he has told me to do that. So dreamy crystals associated with his energy. I haven't done any research, but from his energy I know what crystals resonate with him, with his essence. So another thing I got is this zodiac obsidian mirror, and it's a interesting thing. I've seen him in it about twice because I don't use it often. But what was surprising about this was the back of it, which reminds me kind of poppies. So yeah, another thing I got is this small little birdie here, which is obsidian crystal, and it's raven because many times in dreams or around him I have noticed there is this bird. Here there is obsidian pendulum. With him I haven't used, but it kind of fits here. Another thing I got is this, which is the lapis lazuli, one of the stones I associate with him, and black obsidian. Then there is obviously moonstone opal. Well, we can see here on a bracelet that I've made, and it has a small raven pendant, which is obsidian, small quartz, labradorite, hematite, blue tigerite, lapis lazuli, angel stone, as a significance of being a messenger between realms, from gods to humans, as the story goes. Here there is a pouch with dreamy herbs. There's mugwort, lavender, bit of poppies, but I will expand on this one. This just kind of seems to fit here, and this is very symbolic to the third eye visions and perceptions when it comes to spiritual worlds and all those kind of things. This was vanilla scented. Then I do have antique box here, and which is very interesting that I got. It was a gift. So here I keep my tarot cards. I haven't put them back because a few days ago I've been using it for someone on a consultation means, and I have these raven cards, Wisdom of the Raven, and they were calling to me. There's 52 of them with amazing artwork on them, and it just felt right. Here I have another cloth thing, and that's pretty much it. And this just seems suitable, just seems to fit here, but I will have to exchange like these because they're done. Dreamcatcher is something that I've put on because I felt it resonates here, and only later I realized after a couple of days that it is actually very suitable because it has to do with dreams. So yeah, I'll tell you something about this Dreamcatcher like later on, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the surface of the altar. Another thing that I do keep, I've got this book recently because I did want to read it. So it's a really good book on Greek mythology and the tales and everything. So I was interested. Another thing that I have gotten that just I keep, Ancient Portals coloring book, but it is like very interesting themes that you can literally just like look on and meditate on. What do I have else? I got this notebook. I am yet to write in it. I'm not sure what I'll use it for yet, but something I will. I keep the incenses here, some herbs that I am going to seed. Then a bunch of other incenses, as you can see, and spare candle. And that's pretty much it, I suppose. So first drawer I keep altar things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All this is not done from research. It's like soul guided, and from experiences with him and working with him, it's like how this ended up being because he has told me lots of things. So yeah, and in the end I got these bed sheets. I felt like I have to, to make something reasonable with the altar next to it. I do have altar next to the bed where I sleep. Now, talking about the bed, so about this bed, I have noticed it's a very, very, very sacred thing to him. Because it's something I've realized just a couple of days ago, maybe a week, maybe two. I lose track of time, but I know that from I haven't done any research, but from my memories, I know there was certain traditions and practices in stemming to ancient Greece, but I'm not sure if it's written anywhere. It has kind of started there and didn't. It was something much, much older, as an older practice, and what they did was they had these temples, and people were going in the temples leaving offerings, and there was names mentioned like as a bit of invocation or this basically offering like things. There was an altar thing where people placed stuff, and there was names mentioned, which one of the names I know that there was Hypnos. Some of them, some of the temples, I'm not saying it was a temple of Hypnos, there has been temples of Hypnos, but they weren't so widespread, it was more like a smaller thing. And they mentioned Hypnos and Oneiro and all kinds of other things. And what they had there was this hallway, and it was called an incubation chamber where people slept and were in silence, and they would receive these dreams and visions from the deities or something like that, or the Oneiro. dream spirits, and they would get guidance, healing, or direct interventions. And dreams back then were seen as a more like a bridge to the other realms and a means of communication through where those things above could bring these things down. So that's the thing, and I've realized that's what actually my bedroom has become under Morpheus's guidance, or my even my soul memory guidance. So that's why the bed is really sacred and to him, and probably others too, and you should be respectful, because there's one thing that happened with this bed only once, and that was when I was away and there was someone I did not consent to be, I don't know, sitting on it or whatever was going on. I'm not sure. I was off, and later person told me that something weird happened in on this bed in my room, and they said they were laying on my bed and there was this ruler or some objects like off that shelf there, just like slowly sliding down and falling down as a small like no, like it's something I think he didn't really like, but yeah, it's like too small warning to keep it respectful, because it means a lot to him and me. It's a sacred thing. So yeah. Talking of the altar, there is one thing I have forgotten to mention, and it's only that I realized recently, and it's like there's these poppies here. Not sure if you can see, but yeah, poppy flowers, and I have noticed that poppy flowers were a very common theme, and I just didn't realize it. So yeah. Another thing about the altar I want to say, and working with Morpheus, is I have not, don't even ask, I have not seen, I am well aware that there is Sandman comics, and there is this Sandman TV series that was there. I have not seen the comics, and I had a look on like 3 pages and I had enough, and I had to quit. I had to quit looking on them because it actually freaked me out, the resemblance or the way things were, or the themes or the things inside of it that very resonated with my memory and experience with working with Morpheus. So I absolutely quit looking after 3 images because it freaked me out, like the accuracy. So I am not gonna read them even because it can be overwhelming, and I might be processing that fact a couple of days. As for the Sandman movie, I've had a visitor here, and it was my sister. I do have a sibling, so so they came here before, no, after I started working with Morpheus, and she was like, "Do you know there is like a Sandman series and stuff like that?" I'm like, "No." So I did watch it only to get like sort of out of interest of what is on him out there in the world. But when it comes to my works with Morpheus, I don't do research. I don't do research. I don't get involved in any communities or people working with him of what they experienced with him, because I like my experiences to be raw and accurate and unfiltered, not influenced by the external information that is already out there that would get here, and so it doesn't mess up my mind, you know what I mean, like, so it doesn't influence my mind, and I will be thinking, I probably experienced this because I read it somewhere. No, that's something I highly try to avoid, any external information or influence when it comes to working with him. As I said, with comics, those 3 images were enough for me. Yeah, I completely quit. I don't read any information on him. I don't know what is out there. I know there is people working with him, but I have not really seen anything too much or public on that. So I like my experiences and information and my soul memory to be absolutely not influenced by any external information from anyone, not their experiences, not the Google information, not the poems. I know there is a poem, I haven't read it and I won't. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you for watching. And all that is said, there is one more book I do want to show you, and I think it is about time to show you, because I put my experiences of with Morpheus and all that astral projection in a form of art and poems. Now, the poem, I never was poetic in my life or writing poems when it comes to experiences with him. And since working with him, I kind of felt that inner poet come out. Like, I don't know if that's the thing that happens just with working with him, that you get more like poetic or something. Like, he has something to do with poems. I'm not sure what's out there on him, but yeah. Writings, I know there's writings or artworks, imaginative works. That's what I noticed about him, because I started to be doing art about my experiences, pinning them down in a visual, demonstrative way instead of written, and the poems kind of just came there. And there, it's a beautiful book, and I will show it to you in the next video, because it's a black paper artwork, and I have drawings of him and experiences and about his place, and couple of comics drawn to demonstrate my interactions or the guidance information from him. It's a beautiful book and artwork, so I will read the poems also that are written with it. So stay in tune, and my next video will be the artwork on Morpheus. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will have a blessed day or a night or sweet dreams.